Hello, everybody. Welcome to the podcast live from Anfield. Theo Squires, and it is another win for Liverpool Football Club. They've gone 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table today. 2-0 victory over Aston Villa. We are live on YouTube as always, so get your comments in. And we are just going to talk about the Reds. Another wonderful victory for Liverpool. Shout out, obviously, to our sponsors, NordVPN. They do sponsor everything we do here, and that includes the Echoes Blood Red podcast and the Post Match podcast. Brought to you, game ways this season as well. We had a little break earlier in the season, but now we are back fully in the swing of things. And it's been quite the week for us, wasn't it? Back-to-back wins, 3 wins in a row at Anfield. And it just so happens to be at a time when Man City are dropping points, when Man City are losing in Europe. So it means that a 2-0 victory for Liverpool today has got them 5 points clear at the top of the Premier League table after 11 games heading into the November international break. How wonderful is that? Like, City, they were playing away at Brighton before Liverpool's game, so they lost 2-1, late turnaround for Brighton, got that victory. So Liverpool are going to be top at the end of the day, no matter what happens. But Anfield felt this was going to be a big day. They knew what that result was, and they responded to it. It was so vocal from the very first whistle, and the Liverpool team, they responded to that as well. It was the quickest I've seen them play in the first half so far this season. They really came out the blocks firing, and they got their first goal about midway through the first half, 20 minutes. Darwin Nunes. I'm amazed there wasn't a red card in the build-up to this, I'll be honest. It starts from an Aston Villa corner, I think. Virgil van Dijk leads the counter-attack, plays it forward to Mohamed Salah. He's racing through on goal. He's pulled back by Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey should have been sent off in my book, but referee David Coote, who made a number of questionable decisions, says no foul. Baffling, really. Thankfully, Darwin Nunes is alert. He rounds Martinez after running onto the loose ball, goes a bit wide, but manages to find the back of the net. That's really a step up for Nunes, because we've seen him miss so many one-on-ones, haven't we, in the last 2 years, but he took it so well in front of the Kop to give Liverpool the lead. And to be honest, Nunes could have had a hat-trick today. He had a number of chances. He had one where another Liverpool counter-attack, he's one-on-one. He puts it high and wide at the Kop goal. And then one in the second half, Robertson's cross and he heads wide at the near post. But it was a really good performance from Darwin Nunes up front. He came in for Cody Gakpo with Luis Diaz reverting to the left wing. And it was a really nervy encounter for Liverpool, really. Aston Villa, they are in the Champions League for a reason. I know they're on a bit of a poor run of form at the moment, losing games, but they came here and they fought for it hard. They dug in. They didn't create too much, and what they did create, Kevin Kelleher got on the end of. He kept out a few chances. Morgan Rogers looked lively. Watkins looked lively, but they dealt with them well. And it was getting to the stage of Liverpool needed a second goal. And who do you expect to step up and get you that second goal late in the game? Well, it's Mohamed Salah, of course, 84 minutes. He takes advantage of not even a mix-up, really. It's just a lucky bounce off the defender, and it hits him, hits the defender, falls for him. He's one-on-one, half the pitch to run into. Does that, sure enough, one-on-one with Martinez, slots at home, and he's just incredible form at the moment. That's 10 goals and 10 assists in 17 appearances for Liverpool so far this season. How impressive is that for the 32-year-old? You might be able to hit the Arne Slot charts for a few fans in the stadium behind me. That wasn't the only time I've heard that chant today. It was certainly booming around Anfield, along with LA, and chants of Liverpool top of the league, Liverpool top of the league. But yeah, going back to Mohamed Salah, so he's done 10 goals and 10 assists in 17 appearances. It's by far the quickest any player has reached double figures for both goals and assists for Liverpool in the last 40 seasons. The previous fastest was Luis Suarez in 23 appearances in 2013-14. Now, that's from Michael Reed 11 on Twitter. If you don't follow him, go and follow him, because he's great for all these Liverpool stats and data. But let's just put that into perspective. Salah is outpacing Luis Suarez 2013-14, when that is one of the best individual seasons you will see from any player in a Liverpool shirt. Mohamed Salah at 32 years of age. It's madness, isn't it? How is he doing this? We know his contract's up at the end of the season. The debates are going to still go on whether he should get a new deal, how why it's taking so long. He's been linked with Galatasaray, I think, this week. Obviously, those links to Saudi Arabia. He suggests that he wants to stay. I think obviously the piece earlier in the season saying from the Salah camp, Salah wants to stay, and the supporters, they want him to stay too as well. There was a banner on the Kop today sending a very pointed message towards FSG about Salah's contract. I will just load it up now so I can read it out for you for those of you who haven't seen it. But yeah, it sums up really nicely. Oh, that might be deleted. I'm going to have to wait for that to reload. But yeah, it was something along the lines of FSG, pay up that dough, give Salah what he wants. Yeah, it might not be working. Bear with me. I'll see if I can find it elsewhere. We've got Doyley's player ratings up, so if not, we can move on to them. But yeah, like I said earlier at the start of the program, we are live on YouTube, so get your comments in. We'll get through a few of them now. Vote for your Liverpool Man of the Match over at the top of our YouTube community page if you haven't already. I'm presuming that has been put aside by our video editor, because I did not realise I could do that. But yeah, that's their vote for our Man of the Match. Mohamed Salah, I think, for me. Goal, assist. What a player. What else we got in the comments? We needed that result. Van Man rolling, slowly applying the pressure. It felt like a huge win for Liverpool. Like, it is only November, but to have a 5-point lead over Manchester City at this point of the season, when you know you've got Manchester City coming to Anfield in 3 weeks' time. Now, after the international break, Liverpool are away at Southampton. Man City are at home to Tottenham. Man City do have injuries, and even if they win at Tottenham, which they could do, if Liverpool get the job done at Southampton, it's still a 5-point gap. If you've got that opportunity to make it 8 points after, 13 games, that's starting to feel like 1920 again, isn't it? You've got that lead there. Like, you don't want to put the pressure on the team. You don't want to start going, we're in a tight race, we're going to win the league. But the more Liverpool play like this, the more they grind out the results, the more they can so control. It isn't Arne Slot in his first season. It's not a year of transition. It's Liverpool looking the real deal. And it's when City are slipping up. It's when Arsenal are slipping up. It's a massive opportunity. They just need to stay in front. Liverpool fans aren't going to get carried away too soon. Like, it took until January for them to going to win the league. In the actual year where they did win it, that was against Manchester United. There is I think Manchester United waiting here in January as well, so maybe history can repeat itself. But it is really shaping up nicely. And the more City drop points, that's the first time Guardiola's lost 4 games in a row as a manager. The more you start to think, how much of a gap can Liverpool build here? How strong a position can they forge before you start to think, hello. John, he said Kelleher was clutch again. He made some brilliant saves again, tipping over, I think, one header from Nana, a couple with his feet, and he's just grabbing set pieces so much. Like, Villa, they're a big team. They're physical. You expect them to be really good at set pieces. But these corners and free kicks at the end, he was just grabbing them with ease, starting counter-attacks. And Liverpool, they looked so threatening whenever Villa had a set piece. So, yeah, he did his job today. Now, we know Alisson Becker has got his hamstring injury. The last time we heard, he was due back, I think, after the international break. We're not sure if that's going to be at Southampton or in another week or two, like the case with Diogo Jota. You've got Real Madrid lurking, you've got Man City lurking. So, obviously, it is a bonus to have Alisson Becker fit and firing for those games. But if not, Kevin Kelleher, what a player he is. He is what standing he is. He deserves to be a first-choice goalkeeper somewhere. I think I saw a few comments during the game saying you feel a bit sorry for him with Mamoudzashvili coming in, but he's taken his opportunity again today. And it's his first Premier League clean sheet of the season, I believe. I might be wrong there. He's got a couple in the Champions League, so someone in the comments, correct me if I am wrong. But yeah, he put another really good performance today. Fanman says the midfield was too open in the first half. I think that was a little bit down to Villa's formation, if I'm honest, because obviously they play 4-4-1-1, so you've got Morgan Rogers behind Ollie Watkins, and that sort of enabled McAllister to be further forward, and Gravenberch was left on his own a bit with Rogers. So it looked like when Villa hit Liverpool on the counter-attack, they had all that space because Liverpool had to get the 2 midfielders and Jones, McAllister to sprint back, and then the full-backs if they were forward. But Liverpool were in control. They didn't really concede too many chances, and that is a recurring trend so far this season. Everyone is waiting for the City machine to get into gear. This is the longest blip I can remember from City for a while. And they did it, obviously, in 2019-20. We know how that season finished, so touch wood, long may it continue. Salah needs the new contract. What more does he have to do, says Bandman. Now, I have a theory here about Salah's contract that we know he is the highest earner in Liverpool's history, and you are in a difficult position if he is kept on that same money because you're negotiating with Van Dijk, you're negotiating with Trent Alexander-Arnold. In a couple of years, you might be negotiating with Alisson, Diaz, Robertson, all these players. And if you've got Salah on a lot more money, they're going to be on soon, a lot more money. So it's a difficult one to get that balance right. We're getting Salah what he deserves. And you've got to think he's 32 now. Is he going to still be doing this at 33, 34, 35? He's doing what he's doing this season. You say no, you think he is. You go back to do it. But there's always that seed going, what if he doesn't? And that's something that Liverpool bosses have got to weigh up. But certainly on current form, he deserves a contract. He's just superb again. And I think it sounds like he's not going to be going away with Egypt during the next international break because they've already qualified for whatever tournament it is. Might be a next stage of AFCON. Someone correct me if I'm wrong. It won't be the World Cup, will it? Because AFCON's before the World Cup, I think. But yeah, someone going just put a 2+1 year contract in front of Salah already. That'd be a big show of faith in him, wouldn't it? 2 years with an option. Seems you want him to have a 2-year contract with the option of a third. We shall see. It's obviously something that Liverpool need to work on. A nice comment from Van Man saying, "Love the shows, keep them coming." Yeah, I certainly intend to. Like on some reason, his comments. There we go. I certainly intend to. We certainly intend to. I went away on holiday in September, and then I had a little time off work. But I'm back now, fully in the swing of things, and it just seems happens to coincide with Liverpool starting to up that gap at the top of the Premier League table. Long may it continue. This Daniel saying Aston Villa have run out of ideas and don't look like they have to score. Hasn't changed his methods since he joined. An experienced manager will have done research. Now, I think with Villa, they were always going to have ups and downs this season because they're in the Champions League. We saw it with Newcastle last year. The squad's not the biggest. It doesn't have that experience or quality of Liverpool, Man City, Arsenal, those teams that are used to being in this position. So when they pick up injuries, they are going to struggle for results. But they didn't look like a side that are without a win in 4 or 5 today. They put in a good show. They created a few chances. They never looked like they were going to win the game, but they did look like at one point they could get away with a draw. Liverpool obviously showing a bit of quality at the moment. They're so confident in front of a very vocal Anfield, so they got it done. But yeah, Villa, it's a difficult spell for them, but they'll turn it around, I'm sure. If we beat City, I will start to dream, says Carrier. That is the big one, isn't it? You look at City, and then if you have that 8-point lead, wow, that's assuming that City is still second after that. Nottingham Forest, if they win it home to Newcastle tomorrow, can be only 1 point behind Man City. Back to your comments. You've got a couple of you saying Canate was man of the match. He was superb again defensively, but I'm thinking offensively, Mohamed Salah for me. Curtis Jones, I thought, was very good in the midfield. Yes, Floria has said, did Trent pull up with a hamstring injury? That's my suspicion. I did see Trent obviously came off in the first half, if you didn't already, about 25 minutes in. Muscle injury, Conor Bradley came on for him. Would imagine that might mean he withdraws from the England squad for the international break. But when he had his little discussion with Arne Slot, he did point towards his hamstring. Arne Slot will be doing his post-match press conference shortly. He's not already started. So hopefully we'll get that cleared up, a little update on that, as much as they can give an update so soon after the final whistle. Hopefully it's nothing serious with those games against Real Madrid and Man City lurking. As I said, a bit of praise for Canate here. Oh lordy, we haven't even clicked yet, says Bongo O'Malley. Imagine what we're looking like when we're fully cooking on gas. Now, that is something I keep thinking as well, because Arsenal can moan that they're not at their best and they've got injuries. Man City can moan that they're not at their best and have injuries. Liverpool aren't at their best. Liverpool have injuries, yet they're getting results. They're not moaning about it. So wait until Liverpool click into gear. And the fact that they have got this switch at the moment where they can control games and then all of a sudden take it up to the next level, you do wonder what they're going to be like at the business end of the season. Even if they can't, and it is just a year where they finished second, it has still been a fantastic start for Arne Slot, and it makes you excited for the future. More comments wanting Mo Salah to get a new contract, get more records. Yeah, I think we've all said plenty on Mohamed Salah. That's what we all think at the moment. Fantastic win. Hopefully everyone comes back well for Saints. Fingers crossed. Obviously, it's the international break. You have the South Americans going up to South America, the Nations League, and whatnot. Fans were wonderful today. Yeah, the fans were superb. It's been an amazing week for them under the lights here. Brighton, Bayer Leverkusen today, 3 wins. Plenty has been said about Anfield this season, about not quite at the previous levels, but they're really getting behind Arne Slot now. They have been won over, and they are realising this could be a special season. Liverpool can keep it coming, and the rivals keep slipping up. Someone finding a positive in Trent getting injured, going hopefully he'll be rested now for the international break. Now, hamstrings injuries, they're tricky, aren't they? Like Alisson's been out for, a month or 2 now? He's obviously got the worst case scenario with a hamstring injury. Best case, it can be 2-3 weeks. So we will see. And that is if it is a hamstring injury, of course. Keep your comments coming in. We'll go on Doyley's player ratings now. He's got Salah and 3 others. Excellent. So he's given Salah an 8, had the beating of Digne from first whistle, despite limited protection from the referee, and strong break prompted Liverpool's opener, always threat on the counter and tucked away expertly. Who else did he give 8s to? Gave 8s to Canate, Kelleher. If you want to read Doyley's player ratings, they are on the Liverpool Echo website. We also have Gorsty's verdict, Doyley's snap analysis, and then we'll have Doyley's analysis and all the post-match quotes from Arne Slot, Nunes, Emery tonight and in the morning. I'm on duty tomorrow, so you'll get me for all the continued post-match reaction. I think that's all the comments, so that should be all we've got time for today. Liverpool, 5 points clear at the top of the table. Happy days. You can't ask for much more. Everyone, enjoy your international break. We'll be back for the Blood Red podcast on Monday. Until next time, have a good rest of your weekend. Goodbye.